My M/27 wife F/27 is thinking of quitting school. I'm now thinking of divorce. What do I do? My wife just told me that she knew that she's thinking of cutting school. This is not a problem for me in and of itself, but this would be the third time that she quit, and I don't see a future with her if she doesn't figure out what she wants to do in life. A little background. 4-ish years ago, my wife told me out of the blue that she couldn't handle being at school, bachelor's degree. Back then I tried to be supportive, and together we came up with a plan on how she could get a job, while we figured out her next move. I supported her and I financially for a while, as I had a full-time job with an okay wage. She eventually got a job, as she's great at applications and interviews, and things were good for a while. Things were so good, that when she ended up pregnant a few years later, we chose to keep it, and we're both more than happy. We are now parents of a happy and healthy 2-year-old boy. When my wife started her maternity leave, she was planning on going back to school again. We went back and forth about which degree she should go for. She ended up opting for the same one she dropped out of, as she could start from where she left off. I asked her if she was worried about being able to finish the degree this time, but she assured me that this time was different, as she was more mature now with having become a parent and all. Fast forward a year. My wife had went to school for a month, and she often expressed strong anxiety and dread about it. I remember being frustrated at first, as I thought she was over those feelings. We both agreed that she needed help, and she sought counseling and started taking medication for her previously diagnosed anxiety. She then took a 6-month break from school to sort out her medication, which made sense to me. I told her then that I was starting to get worried about our future together if she didn't figure her school/work situation. Future plans kept getting pushed back, and me taking care of 90% of our bills again was taking a toll on me. She then assured me, like last time, that things were gonna work out, as her medication was working wonders. This seemed to be true, as she seemed happier and more motivated than ever. Fast forward to this week. She started expressing those same anxious feelings about school again. My stance was that she has probably stayed at home for too long, about 2 years of maternity leave and unemployment, which has worsened her anxiety, and she should try going to school for at least a few months to see if she can handle it. Today she tells me that she's been telling me, and everyone else, what she thought we wanted to hear all along. She's never actually thought she could handle school. I basically told her that I felt betrayed, and she told me she didn't do it consciously, as her anxiety didn't allow her to be honest with herself. I feel like shit and like him enabling her to not move on with her work life. I want to tell her that she needs to figure her shit out, otherwise I'm out. At the same time, we have a kid and 9 pretty great years together. I'm not sure I want to throw all that away. Practically speaking, I'll be fine if we end things, as I have a great network and a fairly wealthy family. She on the other hand, would be pretty much on her own, as her family is unreliable. We have a small savings account, with barely enough to move one person, let alone split the family up in 2 new apartments. So I'm asking, what would you do in my situation?